Backing up the car. It's the Ferrari drift car / delivery car. Even back here. Hey guys, so this is the stuff that we're dropping off here for Classic Speed, and I see that the red C2 is here. We're just fixing the exhaust because it's creating some unnecessary vibrations inside the car. And let's get some updates. I know you guys are curious to see the 550, but not this 550. Everyone's been asking where is the DDE 550, and it's here. It's somewhere in the shop. I actually don't know. We're gonna go look for it and update you guys with what's wrong with it, because we tried to start it the other week and we had some issues on it. So check out this 2014 Mustang. This is a full body off conversion. It looks like a 69 Mach 1 now, but underneath this body is a 2014 chassis and a 2014 electrical system along with the Coyote engine. Conversion was done here at Classic Speed, basically ripped off the body, and now we're trying to figure out the wiring harness and the dashboard and the electrical modules. And I'm supposed to ask for the headlights of this. I totally forgot. Into some quick shop updates. This is a 575, it's not a 550, and it's looked like it went into the water because there are things wrong with it and we're trying to fix it. This is, I think, officially the first Ferrari that Classic Speed has done that's more modern. I do need to bring my scanner so that we can look into the gearbox fault because it's not shifting. We did get this car running, the wire harness was corroded, so we changed the wiring harness. And now we're trying to figure out how to get it engaged. And here it is. We are actually doing a vacuum test to find out if we have a leak in the radiator system, because believe it or not, before they loaded it, this car had cooling issues. It was boiling over and they couldn't do anything about it at that point. So they just decided to load it. A little backstory, when the car was in Los Angeles, I actually couldn't test drive it. So they were fixing so many things. The air conditioning was giving them a nightmare. And after the car did get fixed, it had to get sent straight to Canada because it had shipped out from Canada. And now it's finally here. You guys have been asking, where's the car? And it's here. So the problem is, before it loaded onto the boat, the tow truck driver sent us a message saying that the car overheated and basically it is already on the tow truck and there's nothing we can do about it. There's no way to check it. So now that we've got the car, we are double checking on everything. I am checking if the fans work, if the thermostat is stuck, and if the coolant is leaking out. That's why we have the vacuum pump here. Now the car is here. We're just cross-checking everything before we decide to run the car. I do have a new battery for it. Thank you to Varta Philippines for sending us a battery. And this is it. This is the 550 from DDE that you guys have been asking about. It's so dirty. It just got here and I can't wait to bring this out on the road so you guys can see it. This is how it looks. It's got the crazy APR wing, the crazy diffuser from Mike, and then the center exhaust. I wonder how it sounds. I don't know if we're gonna be able to hear it today. Maybe the team here can start it up for us. Let's look at the interior. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Okay, here is the interior 4550. So the boys were gracious enough to get the dashboard wrapped in Alcantara, and as you can see, everything is in Alcantara now. Now they're supposed to sign it for me, but I don't think they got around to doing that. We had to install a aftermarket aircon controller. This is Vintage Air, something we're very familiar about, and this is exactly why I bought this car. It is a manual gearbox. Original gated manual 550, racing steering wheel, and that's a heavy clutch. So the whole idea of this car was actually buying it because it's a drift car and it has the rally handbrake already included over here. Also, it's got the V12 engine and its manual gearbox, and there's already a roll cage, fuel cell, and basically it's spec'd for sliding around. It does have very thin and skinny tires, so I do need to change that later on. Thank you to Barta for sending us a battery. So we're gonna vacuum the coolant on now. And weirdly enough, it's like the same problem for the 599. So we're gonna put on the vacuum airlift pump. We're gonna create a negative vacuum and then we're going to fill up the car with coolant. This eliminates the bubbles from the system much faster than just filling it up in a normal process. So the boys were also saying that when they started the car, the fans didn't turn on. So it could be the fan switch where it senses the temperature, or it could be the relays. I did change the fans, but apparently the car was already running SPAL fans. So I wasn't informed that the fans had been upgraded to SPAL already. So we're now looking for the fuse box to check what's wrong. Could be the relay, could be the fuse, could be the trigger. Now we're changing the hose so that we can vacuum the coolant in. While they're filling that up, we're looking for the fuse box. So I ended up ordering some work wheels for this car because I find this to be weak, and we'll make hopefully a custom wide body for it later on. Okay, so what we're planning to do is we're going to just jump the circuit, take out the relay, jump the circuit. If the fans trigger on, then it could be a relay issue, but if we start it and the fans don't trigger on, even if we fix the relay, then it could be a sensor issue. Whatever it's telling the ECU that the engine coolant temperature is at, then that's the next thing to look at. So test light, no power. Okay, let's start. Wala. Wow, pretty quiet. Now checking the temperature. So we're gonna watch that go up. Okay, temperature is already going up to about 80. And we're just gonna keep letting it idle. We have our gauges here, this clock, our fuel gauge, and then this looks like our oil temperature, and then our oil pressure. We have a check engine light that's on also. I don't have a rear view mirror, so we're waiting now for the fans to trip on. We're still lacking engine oil, roughly about 2 liters, and just waiting game now to see if the fan will turn on. So the fan should switch on by now, and no fans at 90. Nasa 90 na. Walang fan? Walang fan?
Wala pa.
Nasa 90 na.
Dapat umikot na siya.
Oo, dapat umikot na yan. No? Tignan mo, patayin ko na to, mag-overheat na to. So we're shorting the fans and grounding them directly, seeing if the temperature will go up any further. And 2 fans are on now. We don't have any RPM either. Sucks. So there is an issue somewhere along the circuit of the fan wiring. So the wires are fine, the fuse is fine. It's the fan controller that's acting up. I don't know if the fan switch, what basically triggers the fan, but we got the coolant to go up to about 90C or even over 90C, and the fans didn't trigger. So there's definitely something wrong there. And I noticed also the RPM's not working. The check engine light is on. There's no rear view mirror. And just a few things. But at least when we got the fans working, the AC was cold. So one thing out of the way. We are waiting for more oil. But on that note, we're going to cut the vlog here. And you're going to see this car hopefully next time it's going to be working. Okay, engine oil has arrived, so we can do 1 rev. Take 2, we're gonna rev it and get a sound clip. Wow, sounds good. At least we were able to get a sound check before ending the vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys again soon.